Hello and welcome back to my RP-1 dev stream programs dev branch. And look at that, once again, not until 1 a.m. when I started streaming. Oh well. I leave off last time. I think where I left off last time. Yeah, I can finally actually read that text and hopefully LPG can too. Yeah, we don't have a huge funding surplus, which is not great. May have undertuned may well have undertuned crude orbit.
Hello.
Hello.
Doing?
All right. Yep.
Good.
I'm once again starting way later than I planned to. Been fighting with changes made to the upgrade system since I left. And also was poking at the UI thing for the program speeds. Oh yeah, I was also gonna, that reminds me. I was also gonna check this. See if this is also bugged.
I made no design requests regarding the upgrade system, so you can't blame me for it.
Yeah, no, it's I blame you for having been in the virtual building while it was massacred, but other than that.
Yeah, I guess you can blame me for that.
Okay, so yeah, LPG is just not correct about that one. So that's a relief.
About which one?
There was supposedly a bug about how you could purchase part upgrades in unresearched nodes.
Oh.
And you can't. So, and look at that. Look, I'm so happy that that's finally fixed. It actually lists the parts that are affected, does all the things that it was supposed to do from the start.
What?
Okay, so the only issue with that is that this is in its sort of hybrid available state, where the node is being researched. So that's the time you can purchase upgrades. It's because of how KCT makes nodes sort of available and sort of not.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, it makes sense that would break in. Wasn't a stock feature.
Yeah. Hilariously, I believe I'm. Oh no, that was already true for KCT, but I think I'm the one who hacked in the coloration back, 6-7 years ago or whenever it was. Oh hey folks.
Maybe something broke when I asked them to do some coloration stuff for the search feature.
No, it's not that. It's I assume that just the KCT, like the coloration has nothing to do with it. It's KCT's underlying logic, um,
Okay.
which I was just looking at briefly, but I didn't have time to fix before streaming because I have to go to bed comparatively early tonight.
Yeah, that makes some sense.
But yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with the Harmony hammer.
Okay, well, I will let you stream, but if you have anything you want to talk over,
Yeah.
for
This
our
is gonna.
time.
So I mentioned to Ryan that you might finally have a new computer and therefore might actually be back to Factorio tomorrow. So
Maybe. I don't think I'll be back tomorrow, but the week after.
okay. Well, the server definitely misses you. It also misses me
That's
because I've been busy moving, but it definitely
well, that's
misses
nice
you
to
because you're
hear.
actually competent in playing Factorio.
That's partially accurate, I guess. I don't
Uh,
know.
the other thing that I was gonna say, like just before you joined, actually, was I was wondering if I was undertuning, if I undertuned crude orbit. I think
Undertuned crew and
the funding,
500.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think the actual answer there is that it was overtuned at the start but undertuned later, and we just need a curve for that.
Yeah, but the tuning had to be flattened out. So, I mean,
Yeah, but
when I put up the number,
I put in this, so we don't need necessarily to have flat tuning anymore if we just want to vary it year to year.
sure, but I mean, with the tuning I had in that sheet originally was a average funds per year. Not I didn't put
Yep.
in any curves or anything like that. So potentially I might have been right, but like
Yeah.
we'll sort out the fine tuning later. I mean, it's not that fine tuning, but even being we only lowered it by what, like 30% or something like that. So
Yeah, it wasn't
it's
that
not.
bad. Yeah, I'm just thinking in terms of like trying to have an Atlas class LC running at the same time as this Thor Able LC. It's not sure I have the budget for it at the moment.
Yeah, when I tuned a lot of those programs, for all the stuff up to crude lunar, I had, like numbers I looked at from some of the data sheets and was making estimates off of those. So I think they worked out kind of okay, but like only within a factor of two,
Yes.
especially since all the stuff changed with how LCs are built and some facilities changed their values and etc. So they were much more guesstimations than any sort of thing that Dr. Vale would be happy about seeing a data sheet about. So totally not surprised
Oh,
if it was off.
that actually reminds me. I was going to look into starting LCs taking forever.
Starting LC is taking forever. What do you mean?
Well, because folks in the channel were reporting that so I changed it. I did make the change where you start with no LC. You start with the hanger and
Oh,
LC, and you build an LC.
huh?
And it takes like 200 days to build a 1-ton LC.
Ooh, that is weird.
Well, it's because you have 10 engineers and they're at 25% efficiency. So.
Okay, wait, sorry. Why do you only have 10 engineers? You can't hire 20, 30?
I mean, you can, but like like if you're doing a plane start, you have. I mean, I guess you could put 20 in construction, but like maybe you want to be building something in the hangar.
Yeah, but hey, choices. If you want to
Yeah.
go full bore on planes, then you probably, yeah, it's kind of makes sense that you're screwed on rockets.
Yeah. Another thing I could do is just start you with more staff.
I mean, to some extent, there is a learning cliff there. There's a lot of stuff that players
Right,
will
but it's
have to
like
learn.
if you want to start with a 15-ton pad, it's going to take you literally years.
Really should not take you
Exactly.
literally years. If you're going, sorry, no, even if in the sense of like a 15-ton pad, you've got like what 80 engineers who are going to eventually work there, probably.
Yeah, but you're probably not hiring all 80 at the start because, I mean, I guess you could because of the fund. Well, do
Yeah,
you have
why
the
wouldn't you be
funds?
hiring all of them to start? I mean, like if you're going to have them working in the pad, you have the budget to have them pay for them to be hired. And okay, maybe you need to hire them over time as you don't have the money right at the start, but you should just hire those 80 engineers, put them in construction, and then wait for the pad to be done, and then put them all into the pad.
Centaur and Jar.
It
Yeah,
may
I mean,
be
it is also it it worries me a fair amount. Um, Also, okay, every window's on top of each other. That sucks. It also worries me a fair amount that it's teaching you that the optimal play is to just swap all your engineers around all the time.
Yeah. So I was thinking about whether construction engineers should even be a thing. Like it may not be that good of a game
Well,
value.
how do we get your construction rate then?
Okay, so potentially we just say every facility basically has a time that they take to construct, period. Like the construction engineers are virtual, and you can neither speed up nor slow down how long it takes to build a particular facility, maybe with global efficiency
That
counting for
that sounds super wrong though. Because like I should be able to build an Atlas pad in a very short time in the late 60s, whereas right, in 1953 it should take a very long time.
sure. But there are other ways to apply, like construction speed multipliers over time.
Also, why is that a nan?
Also, I don't know that construction speed. Like, I could see why an Atlas pad would take longer the first time you built one, but I don't see why 1950s construction versus 1960s construction would be that much faster for the work that they had to do. Like, I
Because you're
guess
on
I
a
could.
shoestring budget in 1953, and the piggy bank is wide open in the mid 60s.
Yes,
Like
but
basically, if your argument is that construction should have a basically a fixed rate for each thing, then what you're effectively arguing for is the cost per day of constructing any building is unchangeable by the player. And that just feels super wrong. Like if I want
okay.
to spend more money to construct something faster, I should have that option.
I think that there, barring some crazy, like, I don't know, like prefab building technology that the Chinese developed, there is a maximum construction speed that is reasonable. Like, I don't think we've gotten that much faster at building skyscrapers. Like, again, barring recent Chinese developments uh, between the 1930s and the 1980s, for instance. And
Yes.
that should apply to
That's
pad. Now,
so
there is something to be said that you could say deliberately slow down. Like, this Atlas pad costs so much that I want to, like, choke off the funds to build it, so it just takes longer because I can't pay for that much construction.
yeah, I mean that's basically how it works. That there's a there is a three-quarter root applied to the number of construction engineers to get build rate. So like yeah, the more expensive the thing, like you can't just linearly add engineers and make something linearly faster.
Right, right. But like, also in the sense that like when NASA asks, like, get somebody to build them a new pad, they don't like take out their own engineers to build that new pad. They get some
Yes.
contractors to do it, and that would be part of the contract cost. So
Yeah, I mean I could see an argument for um, I could definitely see an argument for getting rid of construction engineers, but still giving you some control over build rate.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
don't see a I don't see giving up control over build rate.
Yeah, I mean,
And
so we could
construction engineers
say
are a reasonable proxy for that because effectively you're just like you're controlling it through the number you assign.
yes, that's true. The mental hurdle there is that it's weird that a NASA engineer is both a rocket engineer and a construction engineer. That's not true. And also that, like, construct when you hire somebody to do construction, the facility construction, they're generally not kept on staff. They're outside contractors.
Yes.
So, I do agree with you. When I proposed the like things could just take a certain amount of time thing, it was like, well, that's the least nuanced solution that I just gave you right up front because I hadn't thought about it that much. But yeah, if you could say, you know, like I want this thing rushed or slowed down, and you know, like maybe have a slider that adjusts whatever, that's quite reasonable.
Yeah. That is definitely going to take some work. Yeah, but like I'm broadly persuaded by that.
Because I think the current meta now is going to be that you will be popping your aircraft engineers in and out of the hangar because there's no hangar efficiency to do
Yep.
all your construction.
Yes. Well, until the hangar becomes irrelevant, which is fairly
Yeah,
quick.
until the hangar becomes irrelevant. And then you will be just like, okay, I hired some new engineers. The interns always work on digging ditches before they get to touch rockets.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe the Soviet model did work that way, so you know, hard to say.
I see what's wrong here. Yeah, the width of this is screwed up, that's why. When did that happen? That's extremely weird.
We could also add that the size if we wanted to add more levels to the administration building, we could say that the administration building could control how many, you know, like virtual construction engineers you could have hired at once on a contract.
Sorry, the which could control that?
So if we wanted to add more levels to the administration building,
oh,
besides
the administration
just
building. Yeah,
yeah, set the total number of programs, we could also have some sort of like cap that similar to the R&D building that is controlling capped both engineers and construction engineers. So a low level, your first administration building would never let you build that Atlas pad that fast because they, you know, like they can't manage such a big construction contract.
yeah, that makes some sense. It feels like yeah, that actually fits quite well.
Yeah. Well, I do like the idea of having more than just 2 additional levels to the admin building as well. So
Yeah. Yep.
I'll toss that whole idea up as an initiative
Yep.
for you to, this just as a reminder.
Yep. That sounds good.
Did you see the write-up I did for the trust system? I think everything is stuff I talked about, except that I think we should apply a large rep over going over on a fast contract. A fast program should have a larger rep penalty because we don't want people to pick the fast ones and then use it as a cheat to sit on it for a while.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay, so I need wait, Why? Oh, that's why. I think. Why is that still costing 10K? How many bugs are there with this? Okay, what ECMs were involved in this? No ECMs? Okay, more stuff to fix. Hey, Pep. Yeah, that's something we should fix on the main branch if you want to make an issue for that. Let's see. It's under. Search for it. Okay, and we'll put Baby Sergeant on. Which will definitely doesn't need the shroud. Guess it sort of does. Advanced biocapsule. Okay. Now, if I turn the avionics off, Oh, does it not have hibernating avionics? Apparently not. 48 minutes. Okay, we need a bunch of battery. And once again, this is busted. Okay, everything that helps. Shroud gets to be turned off. Or I guess we can. Okay, and now I need to. Where's service module? Service module. We need some batteries. Batteries are expensive.
This is true.
Okay, now how long does it last? 9 days. We don't need that.
We remove the stock Sputnik core build.
Pretty sure, yeah.
That's good. That one was a battery cheat.
Oh, no, we didn't.
All right, well, you can use that if you want to. Cheap batteries.
Yeah, it's just 80 kilograms, and I don't want 80 kilograms. 2851 EC. It is pretty cheap, though. Wait, why does that list 2? Well, now there's 3 of them.
Or what?
3 electric charge resources.
Oh. You snip the wires and now they're in parallel?
Apparently. Okay. Whew, just barely fits. Nice. Except I need to tool that thing. It's tooled. Apparently it's already tooled. That's nice. Seems fine. Bearings are in the wrong stage now. Okay. Anything else that I need to do? Don't think so. Oh, the biosample. I should start it enabled. Okay. And let's also put that enabled.
Yeah, Alex Hudson.
Alex.
It's good to see you on PAP this late for you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought my sleep schedule was screwy. Okay, let's...
Yeah, I'm likely to start missing a lot more of your streams soon.
Yep. Well, that or I just need to actually start earlier in the evening. Okay. Need to start. Right, let's try to build a... orbiter. This thing is so
I
dark.
hate sleeping in the heat. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my requirements on moving out here was to find a place with air conditioning, because yeah, it's It's tough.
But ENW summers were pretty mild.
They used to be. I mean, by many standards they are, but I don't do well above 75.
Yeah,
And
fair.
for sleeping, I would like to be 70 or below. So, yeah, we've had a bunch of like 85-degree days just in the last week.
Yeah, fair enough.
How heavy is the 27 kilograms? It needs to be 40 kilograms to be a or impactor. Yeah, I'm not sure what to add to this. I mean, I guess what I should probably do is for our first test, we can just make a science satellite. This is untooled. Now it is tooled. Let's configure experiments. Spectrometry. Okay, what do we have? Cosmic ray science. We've completed. That's nice. Micrometeorite. We've completed. Mass spectrometry. We've completed all the things. Space low. Space low. Yeah, we can do space high instead. Okay. And oh, that's nice. We are at just shy of 40 kilograms, so we could actually make this an impactor too. Sure, why not? Okay, now how long will all this last? Only 2 and change days. That's not a lot. Okay, that will last, and that's definitely heavy enough. Hilariously enough, this is starting to look a little bit like Luna 2. Okay, my hunch is that that's actually enough delta V. Okay. Okay. Okay, that gave us a little bit more delta V. Okay, but I doubt we have the money to unlock everything yet. Oh, we actually do. That's interesting. But I can't afford the engine. Unlock. So we need another 27K or so. Oh, I need to write that researcher thing. Okay, who needs some training? Walter. Walter already has mission training. Okay. Yeah, that admin building is going to take forever. Okay. So, what I'm going to try to do is remember to do everything from the combine tab to see if it works. Why is progress way the heck over there? Ugh. It's like about 30 pixels set. Okay. Try again. I think we're still short, maybe. Oh, yeah. Not enough funds. Yep, we need another couple days. Yeah, I want it about here. So this is 175 pixels. So half of that would be about right. Yeah, you're right. And this is why I hate IMGUI. Absolutely despise. Okay, let's build it. And it's going to take a long time. $206 at current staffing levels. Okay, and we'll fly one more of these flights. For 65. Try that. Nope, wrong way. and we'll try 700 kilometers. So we'll have to bleed a bunch of energy, but hopefully that'll have us above the shore. Still pretty far inland. Guess I could have started down here to the south. Why is use keys? Oh, that's why. Yeah. Let's level out. Squirrel, that's nice. Although, you don't actually need Unity to do any of the stuff you're talking about. You just need Visual Studio. Oh, you're good. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you wanna actually debug what you're doing, then yes. Here we go. Oh, Max, if you're still here, Got helped us out and told us how to put a tooltip on funds, but I wasn't sure what to put there. Like, I guess we could move subsidy from rep over to funds. But,
Maybe.
and then rep, I guess if you hover over it, you get shown trust as well. I don't know.
No, I put trust in a separate.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good question because we can't. I imagine it's hard to modify that UI up at the top.
On the top bar, it's easy enough. Over here, I don't know about adding. I guess I could add a third one, yeah. Not too bad. A fourth one, I mean.
Okay.
It's probably doable.
Yeah. It's not something you're going to interact with constantly, but you will be getting it relatively constantly.
Yep.
So I think you'd want to check it.
See if we make it to shore or not. Yeah, I guess we want to actually do not quite that in line. Want to be another 5 degrees east of that. Yeah, we're not going to get science from that. That's annoying. Hey, yeah, we are. We'll get some science from shores. Squirrel, also debug.log is your friend. Print debugging is kind of annoying and old school, but it will do a lot for you. And we're almost over the Cape already. That was fast. And we're back over the forest. Blah. Not sure why. We're clearly over the water still, but whatever. All right. Prepare for reentry. G's climbing. Okay, that was a reasonable pullout. Nice and gentle. And there's our landing site right below us. Okay, we're subsonic.
Did you hook up your HOTAS?
Nope, of course I didn't. I don't really
Oh,
have
okay.
room on the desk for it.
Sorry, you were just looking like you were actually flying your plane for once without mouse aimed flight. So I was like, oh, what's going on?
No, just using the keyboard.
Okay.
Now we're back to mouse aimed flight, which is better for gentle stuff. Okay. There, that was pretty sweet. Horrifying to start with, but ending pretty sweet. And we'll even get some science out of it. So it'll be the hypersonic stuff that was recovered plus all the crew report that we transmitted.
Oh, when these guys need to fly a space shuttle, they'll consider it easy mode.
Yes.
With these versus
Yeah,
these
I mean, this
approaches.
time I actually kind of flew a hack. That's fun. All right.
Kind of. I mean, other than being in a 45-degree dive instead of a 15-degree dive.
Yeah, but like I was definitely flying the alignment cone part.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I used to play precision approach, I always skipped flying the hack because it was kind of boring.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I make this human rated or not? No. All right. Okay. Rather than trying to fly that next mission, though. I'm going to call it quits. It is late. So, Maximal, thank you
Good
for
night.
joining. I'll catch you later. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Night.